Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I had it muted. I went to do my intro and fortunately discovered early on that no one could hear me. Welcome you to episode 3 of Unavowed. Oh, and we've added a new character here. Okay, that's very cool. So yeah, now we've got, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. And then this is, maybe this is me, and this is Mandana, and this is Eli. But I feel like Eli's, it's the hat that sells Eli. And then we've got Lucas. So yeah, that's a great intro for this episode because Lucas is the newest member of the Unavowed team. And at the end of the last episode, we, restore, I assume. So those 3 question marks is we completed the case and we woke up back in our room and a orb of blue light sort of like flitted out of the room. So I assume that that is going to be our next investigation. And Azric is asking, how goes it, Angel? I hope your Monday was well. Azric, it went okay. It was a very busy day and a lot of completely new things came in, but we will deal with that. And I hope that you also had a great Monday. Okay, so old photo yourself, Sammy, Logan, and Jonah. Yep, we've seen that. I always want to check the room just in case something new has come in because it's a few days between episodes and I don't know if there's like other subtle changes that I'm not going to see. Interesting that it's still raining on what I assume is our 3rd day. I don't know if that's going to be part of the mystery that like some weird weather stuff is happening here in good old New York City. Okay, so I assume, let's ask Mandana if she saw any blue lights come out.
You are awake. Good. I have a question of a personal nature. I hope you'll answer it.
Wait, before we go further, Marquack, thank you so much for the cheer. Marquack, I hope we were just talking to Azric about the day. It was a Monday, and I hope that your Monday went okay as well. And hello to Blobbity Blah, who says good evening, Blobbity Blah. Same to you, Blobbity Blah using his Blobbity emote. I hope that you also had a great Monday. Okay, so we don't get to ask about the blue light. Maybe she didn't see anything. Ask away. You've been awfully curious about me. Has she, though? I don't feel like she's asked that many questions. Ask away.
I appreciate you humoring me. Our missions have taken a very personal nature, at least as far as you are concerned. These visions you have seen of your demon self, could you tell me how they make you feel?
As we look through this quickly, Mark Wack is saying it's a long weekend in Canada, so pretty much a nice start to the week. That's awesome. Congratulations. I don't know, it sounds like maybe this was a Monday off as opposed to a Friday off. I hope you had a great day off and have been staying cool. I don't know what it's like in your area, but here it is. Today actually wasn't that hot, but suffocatingly humid. Very humid, and tomorrow's going to be both hot and humid. So I like number 2 here. I feel violated is the thing. Yeah, I was forced to hurt people, do things I'd never do.
I see. Control. Agency. These things are important to you. Thank you for sharing. I will see you at the meeting.
Well, but self-control, though. Like, when she says control, she does say agency, but it's not necessarily control. Maybe I'm reading too much, like, this is not me. Maybe that is what my character went. But for me, it's self-control, self-governorship, agency over my own actions, not necessarily control over others. That's a whole different thing. Could we talk a bit more first?
We may.
Oh, hey, here we go. Did you see a little blue thing fly by? That really feels like top of mind to me.
Yes, that would be KK, Logan's spirit guide. I admit, I was surprised to see her as well. Eli has a theory. He can explain it better than I.
All right. Well, mystery solved. The blue orb is... So, for anybody that missed part of the previous episode, Logan is a spirit talker, a medium, a bestower. I think that they call him the bestower. That's what they kept calling him, like it was a title. and he can see and speak to spirits in a way that other people who can at least perceive spirits cannot. He sees them and is able to communicate with them much more clearly, and he has a spirit guide named KK, and that was our first encounter with her. She looks like a blue orb. Azric is saying, by the way, day wasn't bad. Got called in early yesterday for the second job, so I took the day off from my normal job and caught up on some rest and recalibration, as I'd like to call it. I'm so glad that you can do that. So many people feel like they just have to like grind. If they get called in and they have to work extra hours, they just sort of like put their shoulder to the wheel and keep doing it. And no, like, it's okay to take time for yourself. That's awesome, Azric. I'm glad that you were able to take some time off today. So, I feel like our next natural question, since it's KK, is how is Logan fitting in?
It was difficult for my father to accept a bestower, but he understands the necessity. I am certain Logan will prove himself, as you have.
Okay, well, see, that just raises more questions about why your father doesn't want a bestower around. Why not? I feel like I'm sounding more irritating than I feel. Her father has like a bunch of like weird. It's not so much prejudices, but just what's prejudices, so judices. So he's like, he has a lot of experience, but he doesn't like explain himself ever. So it's like, why don't you want a bestower around? Do they like psychically blast people into shards like Professor X? Like, what's the problem? Maybe you could let the rest of us know about it so that we could also be wary. Or maybe it's just completely unfounded. Can you really detect falsehoods?
Yes. Lies and falsehoods make jinns uncomfortable. We cannot abide the sensation. Of course, the ability to detect a lie is often useful in the field, so I have accepted it.
So immediately I was thinking, what a weird idea that you could like needle someone just by saying falsehoods. And then as soon as I thought that, I was like, but I wouldn't want to do that because it's like giving somebody food that they're mildly allergic to. Oh, it won't kill you, so it's funny. Ha 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 ha. She makes it sound like it's actually intensely physically uncomfortable. Jinn cannot abide the sensation, is what she says. So why would you say this? It's just, oh, I'm allergic to chalk. Okay, let me just clap some chalk erasers in your face. Let's go with any thoughts on that last mission. So that was the last mission where we found Lucas sort of hemmed in, pinned down a little bit by 3 angry spirits, and he had to like sit in a bathroom by himself for several days.
I confess, putting lost souls to rest gave me a certain satisfaction. I can see the appeal in being a bestower, yet I am glad I am not one.
Why are you so curious to know how I feel?
My concern is for your welfare. We must all watch out for each other, since nobody else will. One day, you will do the same for me.
I have some questions about you.
Me? What do you want to know?
I guess I only have the one question. How'd you learn to use a sword?
Like with most things, I learned it at my mother's knee. Well, not literally. She was usually cutting off other people's knees, but the metaphor holds.
Your mother, who was a pirate and we've seen a picture of her, use a sword too?
Yes, but I prefer not to dwell. Ask me questions if you must, but not that.
All right, man, fair enough. I feel like that's everything.
I will do my best to answer.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
So let's go downstairs and talk to Eli. I don't think we're going to see Lucas around unless Lucas is hanging out in the office. Lucas doesn't have a room here in the oldest house because he's got like his own apartment, and it was said that we'll like catch up with him later.
Hey, shouldn't you get some sleep? We all need to be fresh tomorrow.
Wow, that was surprisingly apropos for Grumpy coming in and saying hello and bye, sleepies. Exclamation point lurk. Grumpy, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the lurk. I will continue to say that I hope that you and Moo are feeling better very soon. And as Eli says, get a good night's sleep. Let's go with, it is tomorrow.
It is? Jesus, I really should put a clock down here.
So it's made of something non-flammable. Burning the midnight oil?
Oh, a fire pun. Never heard that one before. I was reading about ghosts, trying to learn more about the geists we saw. There must be millions of old texts and tomes on the subject. None of them have anything approaching solid facts. Still, there's gotta be something, somewhere.
All the voice acting in this is really good so far. I'm not sure that he is taking it rather personally, but... Oh, you know what? I feel like Are You Okay is a little bit... It feels like that might put him in a little bit of a defensive mood, but so would this. Alright, of the three, Are You Okay, Eli?
Lost spirits are turning geist on us, so no, I'm not okay.
Yeah,
I really shouldn't let this stuff get to me. I've outlived a lot of people. I buried my wife over 60 years ago. Heck, my kids are in their 60s. I'm probably going to outlive them too. And that's okay. I've made my peace with it. But geists, that their souls could be twisted like that, I don't like it. Not at all.
I am actually really interested in the fact that he has children that are in their 60s that would look to me somewhat older than he appears right now. But the thing is, he's currently really keyed up about geists, and so geists are ghosts that can get mad and kill you if they choose to. So let's focus on making him maybe a little bit more comfortable with that situation. We have Logan now. If the worst happens, he'll help.
I don't know him like you do, but I hope you're right. Anyway, sorry for the brooding. See you at the meeting?
And hello to Caroluna and everybody raiding over. Caroluna, Innertooth, I hope that you had a great time with... It was Farming Sim today, wasn't it? Yes. Yeah, because we were lurking in there for a while. Not a lot of opportunity to chat today, but I hope that you all had a great time with it. We just started Unavowed just a short time ago. For anybody joining as of the end of the previous episode, we discovered that orb of blue light that was in the room is in fact just KK, who is Lucas's spirit guide, so nothing malevolent or even all that mysterious. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, I wonder what that is. Maybe that's the spirit that inhabits the house and brings our personal effects. No, it's actually just KK, the playful young spirit of a young girl who hangs out with Lucas and helps him commune with spirits. So... Oh, yeah, actually, let's ask him about that right now, because Mandana specifically said... Well, hold on, because I do want to ask about his family. We just touched on that.
You don't know many parents, do you? Never ask a dad about his kids. He won't shut up. But yeah, you probably saw the pictures on the wall. I have 2 girls, Julie and Gloria.
So I did not see pictures of any kids on the wall. All right, let's ask something that is the answer is obviously no. Are they fire mages too?
No. No, they aren't. Thank God for that.
Okay. Based on his response, I don't think that this is going to be well received either, but it must be cool having a fire mage for a dad.
They don't exactly know about that. And they never will. They, think I'm dead.
Boy, this is just the most cheerful of conversations. But they think you're dead?
I faked my death. This power I have, when it manifested, it attracted things. Things that would have hurt my kids unless I died. So, I did.
And hello to Maxine. Maxine, you may have come over with Caroluna. We are, just reconnecting with the Unavowed crew, and learning some of Eli's backstory, which is... there's a lot happening here. I'm so sorry that must have been hard.
Yeah, still is.
If he asks us to stop asking about this like Mundana did, we'll back right the hell off. But Julie and Gloria, tell me about them.
I did warn you about asking a dad about his kids, right? Well, here's the Cliff Notes version. Gloria married a realtor and moved to Florida. They're both retired now. Julie got bit by the wanderlust bug and hasn't let go. She hasn't settled down and probably never will. They turned out fine, dad or no dad.
It's a shame they don't know, because this is going to sound like a weird thing, but based on what we learned about Eli's powers, if his kids did know what he does and what he can do, they could probably safely correspond with him by writing him a letter and then burning it in a trash can. And if he just checks every once in a while, he'd always have access to whatever they had sent him. And it would be safe one way. He wouldn't be able to like communicate back to them that way, but it's a shame that they think that he died. They've probably long since made peace with it, but you keep tabs on your kids?
Once in a while. I might not be in their lives, but I'm still their father. What kind of dad would I be if I didn't watch out for them?
I wonder if we're going to get a case that involves his family later on. I almost hope not, and maybe we'll get like a sequel to this game at some point where it'll be like, oh, remember my family? We got to go help them. Basically, I like it when character details like that are introduced and they're just to flesh out the characters. It's not necessarily setting something up. Plot-wise, I mean. So what happened to your wife?
Donna was young, 30, 31. It was cancer that took her. Seems so mundane, doesn't it? When I think about all the things I've seen since. Just goes to show, you don't need magic or monsters for something to be terrible.
You raise your kids by yourself?
Why is everyone always so surprised when they hear that? Yeah, I raised them both. Got them into a school near my office. We figured it out.
I feel like I was just asking, not expressing shock and surprise. So what kind of things, meaning what kind of things were after you that you had to fake your death?
Just things. Let's leave it at that.
All right. I don't know if we have other topics.
Yeah. Enough talking about the past.
How is Logan fitting in?
He's an impressive guy. He's been out there for almost a year, all by himself. I think he's finally happy to have some backup.
Our guy, me, is the only one in the story so far who has no... Well, I guess I can see, like, demon flashbacks, but that's more like surfacing memories. It's hardly a superpower. This guy can throw fire out of his fingertips, and I know that he's talked about, like, when his powers manifest. This is just a random thing, just like... You turn 33 and suddenly if you're a fire mage, you start sparking. I'm so curious, like, how did Logan realize that he could talk to the dead? Did you see a blue light fly by?
Oh, that was KK. It turns out we can see her now. Sort of.
How can we see her?
Because Logan's officially joined the Unavowed. All members of the Unavowed share a spiritual bond, albeit a slight one. Logan and KK have a strong spiritual bond. It's what enables him to see and speak to her. Now that we're all linked, we're getting some spillover, I guess. We can't speak to her, but we can kind of see her.
I feel like I have questions about we can't speak to her. Like, she can't speak to us, but can she not understand us? Is it like other ghosts where they just don't understand us? That's an odd question. I'm going to ask about pictures in the walls.
Sure, I guess.
Although I feel like we already did this. Oh, yeah. I think that he didn't want to talk about his wedding picture. Maybe now that we've gone on another mission, this will unlock that topic.
Well, I can't deny that's me. Almost 70 years ago that was taken. The cancer came about 5 years later. She was gone a few years after that. Sorry. Could we not talk about this?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Sure. Seeing those geists with my eyes was bad enough, but I can only imagine what Logan saw. Once upon a time, I wished I had a bestower's power. Not anymore. Right. See you around.
Alright, I kind of doubt there's going to be anything new in his room to interact with and look at. I do tend to check just because... Yeah, there's no pictures of, like, his kids on the wall. Oh, 2 young girls. Wow, I did not see this before. Julia and Gloria, I think he said. Maybe Julie and Gloria? Okay, let's go in and talk with the only character whose name I can't seem to remember. Oh, yeah, here's Logan. And so here's KK. So if you didn't see the end of the previous episode, this is KK, and we did not know that at the end of the previous episode when she, like, flitted out of the room. Logan is relaxing on the sofa and fiddling with his phone.
Hey, you're finally up. You guys keep some late hours around here. Although, you used to work some pretty late shifts at Sammy's, didn't you?
You know what? I was just commenting on the rain. I just wish it would stop raining.
I know, right? How long has it been? 3 days? Hope it lets up soon. Anyway, I was told there'd be a meeting or something. Just let me know when it starts.
No, you'll know when it starts. That blue guy behind us will start, like, criticizing everyone.
I can do that.
Okay, so it would seem weird if we didn't talk about the ball of light, even though we do know who that is.
That's no ball of light. That's KK. Seems you guys can see her. Eli was saying it was because we're all linked now or something. You'd have to ask him. I couldn't understand 2 words of it.
It didn't seem that complicated, but then again, he knows more about the spiritual realm, so maybe what he's saying is that Eli's just talking trash. What are you doing? Well, let me ask you about KK. Like, we're on the topic.
Is that okay? She says it's okay.
Why does she bob up and down like that?
She says she doesn't know, but honestly, I think she's messing with me. Why? Because you're always messing with me.
You should be jumping on the couch. What does KK look like to you specifically?
Oh yeah, you only see a ball of light, right? I see a little girl, about 10 years old. Really? You sure it's okay? Well, okay. I have a picture on my phone of what she looked like, you know, when she was alive. She says it's cool if you want to see.
Okay.
Sure, here.
Alright, so when we see this ball of light, that's KK. Also, like, I doubt that KK is her middle name, is her, like, given name, rather, so I wonder what that's short or, like, a, sort of an affectionate for. Could be Katie, for example. KK was so young.
I know. She was 10. Just try not to make a big thing of it, okay?
Okay, so when he says that, should we not ask about how she died? I don't know if that's... Look, I don't want to not get the story. I really don't know if... I don't know if I want to ask this. Okay, so... I think I'm not going to ask this. Yeah, man, it's like you want to get as much of the story in something like this as possible, but it feels really weird. Like, if KK wasn't right here, I feel like I'd be more comfortable asking, but KK is obviously keyed in on what the conversation is because she just said it's cool if we see the picture of her when she's alive. This is... It feels like seeing somebody who's like in a wheelchair and just like asking them, oh, you know, why are you in the wheelchair? Maybe they don't want to talk about it, especially to like a stranger that they just met. So I think we're gonna back off, and KK can go on being her best self. I was about to say living her best life, but that's an unfortunate turn of phrase right now. So let's talk about something else.
Got it.
What are you doing with your phone?
You ever hear of Trollgate? Some online game thing? KK is a little obsessed with it. Oh, don't deny it, KK. You totally are. You make me play this thing every chance we get. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Role-playing a pink troll in a fairy tale land, zapping goblins with magic. Okay. KK says they aren't goblins. They're called Whittikins. Yeesh, such a nerd. What? You are?
Whittikins, those weren't like the fictional... That wasn't the fictional video game from Disco Elysium, was it? I feel like this came out before Disco Elysium, or so close that that can't possibly be a reference. I'm probably thinking of something else. Hello to Jab, who says Jello, which is delicious, but then also hello. What if asking about her death will cause a whole subplot? Okay. All right,
She says it's okay, so go ahead.
We're gonna ask about this. Blah blah blah. If he gets mad at me, I'm gonna blame you. But if he doesn't get mad at me and it unlocks a whole side plot, then I'm gonna take full credit for your idea.
Look, you never spoke to a ghost before, so you can't know this. You don't ask a ghost how they died. You just don't. It really upsets them. So let's not do that, okay?
Wow, I meant it to make it as weird and uncomfortable as possible. Okay, let's never ask that again.
You got it.
And for the record, I'm not actually like mad about it. It's just I'm actually, if anything, glad that there's no story comment behind that, and also that he's like, you can't know this. Like, you don't know what the social mores are about talking to ghosts because you don't do it. So just maybe learn from this and don't do it again. Okay. I don't want to see your picture again. Can we talk about you, Lucas? Logan? Oh no. Logan, right? Oh, his name is right here. Logan. Got it.
I suppose we did lose touch after I stopped coming to the bar, huh? I did miss you and Sammy, but I was kind of a mess back then, as you might remember.
I don't think that based on his whole AA thing, trying to forget the past, I bet you if I say that, he's going to be like, no, we mustn't forget the past. We have to face it and own it and make up for our past mistakes. So I'm going to go with you weren't that bad. Also, blah, blah, blah is very excited. Says, did I hear Disco Elysium? Powered to the max? Extreme to the max. Was that the phrase that guy used? Oh boy, that was a long episode. You weren't that bad.
Oh yes, I was. No need to sugarcoat it. Jonah and I tore that place apart every weekend. I'm still on the wagon though. I'm thankful for that. Thankful every day.
Hey man, as long as we're gonna go into it, I am so sorry about Jonah. You guys, if you weren't here for episode 1, I was very worried about not bringing him out to his brother, and then we did not bring him out to his brother and were, in fact, the instrument of his death.
I am too. Sorry that he's dead. Not about anything you did. KK was there. She told me what happened. It wasn't your fault. For what it's worth, he didn't become a lost ghost. He's at peace.
Yeah, KK was there in the bathroom with me and Jonah?
Yeah, she was Jonah's spirit guide at the time. She tried to stop it, but... Sorry. Talking about this upsets her. Let's talk about something else.
So that's a lot of information. If you guys remember, when we went into the bathroom, he was hearing voices and he couldn't get them to stop, and it seems like maybe that was KK, or it seemed like he was certainly awakening to his power, which is brand new information. You're still in the wagon.
Yes, I am. 6 years now. And with luck, 1 day more.
Blah 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 is saying sorry. I really thought she might ask for help regarding something that happened. Blah blah blah. Like seriously, not asking that question also felt really weird, because in a game like this, you You choose all of the dialogue options. It's how the story is introduced and exposed to you. So to deliberately not choose something felt weird. It's just like that particular subject matter was like, what if you're not supposed to ask this? What if it's weird? So no worries. You brought up a really good point where what if there was an entire case that gets unlocked by that and we didn't get to go on it? So how long have you been a bestower? And it sounds like it's been about a year.
About a year, give or take. One day, I got the worst headache of my life. Then KK appeared, and everything made a lot more sense.
Things made sense after KK appeared?
Yeah, with Jonah, you know. He'd been acting strange for weeks, jumping at shadows, staring at stuff that wasn't there. I begged him to talk to me, but how could he? I wouldn't have believed him. You saw how he ended up. He just couldn't handle it. When he died, I inherited his gift, and KK. She explained everything. Jonah wasn't crazy. He never was. And accepting this gift, it's the only way I can honor him. So here we are.
Logan is the most evenly keeled dude in the whole world. Like, if you need someone to dismantle a bomb while also doing open heart surgery and negotiating peace between two warring factions, he's the dude. Because nothing gets to this guy. So aside from your supernatural abilities, you have no supernatural abilities like me.
I was never anyone particularly special. And honestly, I'm still not. So am I mundane? Sure. Mundane as mud.
That can talk to ghosts. Okay.
All right.
Any thoughts on that last mission?
I think I'm just happy to walk more than 2 feet in any direction. I'm eager to move. You need me to run out for coffee or a pizza or anything? Just say the word.
Oh man, pizza sounds really good. See you around, Logan, and you too, KK.
Talk later. Now, where were we?
Watch KK be short for like Jacqueline, and it's just like the QUE at the end, and it got like QQ and then to KK. All right, so let's talk to this guy.
A bestower and spirit guide in the Unavowed Hall. More evidence that times are changing.
Yeah, what do you have against bestowers?
Nothing at all. It is their vocation I have issue with. Bestowers deal with death. Mundane, mortal death. It is messy, fraught with emotion, and rarely pleasant. But times are changing rapidly. We must adjust in kind. So, shall we start the meeting?
Hello to Fun Bear. I hope you've had a great Monday so far. We are just getting into our next case for the Unavowed. So far, what we've done is determine that this is KK. Logan is here, fully joined the team. Eli had 2 daughters who are now in their 60s, and at least one of them is retired. And Mandana doesn't want to talk about her mom. So that brings us to the meeting.
Yes, it is time.
So, you met the new guy?
The bestower? Yes, I have. Did I read the report correctly? You battled 3 poltergeists for 2 days and survived.
I wouldn't call it battling. I just kind of sat there.
Regardless, anyone else entering that house would have been killed. You being there saved lives.
Well, I was where I needed to be. That's all.
No doubt. However, a poltergeist should never have formed in the first place, let alone 3. How did this happen?
Let alone 3. It was my demon again. This is important. This could be important information.
Of course it was.
The demon turned the residents against each other, then encouraged them to kill each other. Somehow, in the midst of all that nasty, their souls got corrupted, made them go geist.
But again, we return to our old question. Why? Why is the demon doing this? To what end? I admit, I am confused.
Have you investigated Staten Island yet?
No, not yet.
Then perhaps we will find our answers there.
Yeah, we could also ask about the ghost in the Village Eye. That's downstairs. That was our first case, and maybe we could do that relatively quickly. I feel like there at least we know what we're doing. I don't remember if we got a specific briefing about what's happening in Staten Island. My memory, it was go there and look around. So what about the ghost in the Village Eye?
Yes, a witness, albeit an unconventional one. The bestower can speak to it, whereas we cannot.
Look, if it has any information for us, I'll pass it along. But my priority is helping it.
Naturally.
You all know your duty. Report back when you have new information. Meeting adjourned.
Did he just...
You get used to it.
Funbear saying it's been a decent day. Couldn't sleep last night because of nerves, so I was up like 30 hours, but I slept. I have, on a couple of occasions, wound up staying up for extreme amounts of time. They weren't nerves related, but rather physical discomfort. Hopefully tonight you get a better night's sleep and things even out. I'm glad that you were able to get some rest. So, let's head out. And it sounds like we're going to get a chance. Oh, we're going to get some dialogue here.
They don't have Wi-Fi in the tunnels yet, so no, sorry.
Huh?
Nothing. KK wants me to turn on Troll Gate, but there's no signal down here.
Kids and screens, right? Gotta set limits.
I don't know about that. I figure if you die, you should be allowed to play as many video games as you want.
Now, does KK get to play the game, or does she just get to watch him play the game? Because that second one seems like less fun. Okay, please choose 2 party members before choosing a destination.
So, Logan, is KK standing still, or is she moving with the subway?
What do you mean?
She's not actually standing on the floor, right? So what's keeping her here? I mean, magic or not, that's just basic physics.
I don't know. I guess physics don't really apply to dead people. What do you think, KK?
What? What did she say?
Oh, she burped loudly.
Huh.
Wait, what did she eat that made her burp? Okay, so I want to go into the basement. Rather than starting up a new case, I want to go back to the original basement, and we're going to take Mundana and Logan. Yes, Logan. I don't know why I keep thinking that his name is Lucas. We're going to take Logan and Mundana and leave Eli out specifically because he doesn't like ghosts. So let's go with that, and now we will go to the East Village. I think that's right. All right.
Logan? Jeez, where have you been? We missed you at the last few meetings. We've been worried.
Dude, it's called Alcoholics Anonymous for a reason.
Oh, crap. Sorry.
It's fine. Whatever. I'll be at the next one. Promise.
Gonna hold you to that.
This is sort of an interesting question. He could see you through the veil. Is he void touched?
What? Oh, no. I told Kalash thanks, but no thanks. It was
Kalash.
tempting, but it didn't feel right, you know?
That's so interesting. Logan is a really well-written character because everything about him says, I'm someone on the 12 Steps program. I'm taking responsibility for my actions. It's really interesting. Okay, this seems like such a remedial question. You two know each other. They plainly do. They're plainly in the program together. You were asked, how come I wasn't?
You were a criminal wanted for many violent crimes. It was deemed mandatory.
You got a clean slate. Many people would cut off their arm for that kind of second chance.
Okay, you two know each other?
Yeah, through AA meetings. Now the whole block knows.
See, I knew Logan was in AA. I didn't know this guy was. Not that it means anything, but of the group, he's the guy who sort of outed himself. And Logan's right. Don't acknowledge that you've seen someone at meetings. The whole point is to be able to speak openly.
Yeah.
All right, so
you really never worked with a bestower like me before.
This is true. We decided long ago that the bestower's duty remained with the mundane world.
Mundane? You call what I do mundane?
You deal with death. Death is a natural extension of the mundane world. But circumstances are different now. We welcome your help, Logan.
You hear that, KK? We're welcome.
No need for sarcasm.
All right, so down in the basement, there's like a forest growing, and that's where the ghost is.
This is, not what I expected to see down here.
Okay, so I assume we actually click Logan and then use it, but let's ask. Hello?
Maybe KK and I would be more useful here?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, you look a bit lost. Maybe we can help.
Hello? Who's there?
Just remain silent.
The spirit. Did you hear it speak as well? Perhaps, what does he call it? Psychic spillover? From Logan.
Shh. Let me work here.
Yeah, Madonna.
What's going on? Who are you?
I'm Logan Brown. This is KK.
I don't know you. You don't know me. You shouldn't be here.
Okay, so we this is what Logan gets to say. We're here to help.
We'd like to help you, if you'd let us.
Get out of here. Get out of here before they come back.
We don't know that nobody's coming. What's your name?
Maybe if you told us your name, I could help you.
I told you. You don't know me. I don't know you. Let's keep it that way.
Okay, let's go with nobody's coming, because you're dead. That seems a bit much to take in.
Nobody's coming. I'm sorry.
You're lying. You're trying to make a fool of me.
I'm not. I swear I'm not.
You need to leave this place.
Okay, you are dead.
Look, I hate to be blunt, but you're dead. Your body is right over there.
No. This is a place of life, of healing. Take your lies and go.
I know, KK. That never works.
We already asked it?
Come on, man. Tell us your name.
Leave me alone.
So, I guess it's possible that if Eli were here, there would be some additional interaction, but...
I don't know how to get through to this guy. I say we leave it for now. Don't we have Staten Island to check out? Maybe we'll figure it out by the time we're done.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Can we not talk to him? I get enough of the guy during meetings.
Oh, wow. Guy really runs his mouth at the meetings, I guess. Okay, so we're going to go on to Staten Island, and nothing against Eli, but I want to spend some time. We're going to have Mandana and Logan come, and we'll see what's what.
I don't know, KK. I'll ask her. Hey, Mandana, what's that tune?
Oh, merely an old shanty. Being at sea, I cannot help myself.
Whatever keeps the blues away. Don't let me stop you.
No, I shall not lose myself in the past. Let us proceed.
All right, I want to go check out the large sculpture.
So he's like the others.
There are no others.
Janie, this is rotten and you know it.
It's a tragedy, Vicky. That's all this is.
God damn it. You know what? I need a drink. Come talk to me if you want to do your damn job.
She stands at attention, struggling to retain her dignity in the pouring rain. Oh, and I did not even see the body here. The body is covered by a mildew-stained tarp. And no other police tape or anything else.
Sorry, sir. You shouldn't be here. You need to leave.
But there's a dead body here. Should we be scared?
No, there's no reason to be scared. This is just a tragedy. A senseless tragedy.
A what kind of tragedy?
It's a tragedy. Just a tragedy. A senseless tragedy.
Can you be a bit more detailed with that? What kind of tragedy was it?
It's a tragedy. That's all this is.
Okay, so I'm now wondering, is she under some sort of a spell or something? Like, oh, I don't want to say like other games, but sometimes when somebody is like being weirdly repetitious in a way that is being acknowledged in the dialogue, maybe she's prevented from saying anything else. Let's try this again. What happened?
It's
It's all right. Go ahead and say it.
a tragedy. That's all this is.
All right. Who was the woman you were arguing with?
Vicky? Nobody. Stay clear of her if you know what's good for you.
Can't you see her eyes? She's confused as hell. Badgering her isn't going to accomplish anything.
Okay, let's stop.
Sure. Please try and stay clear.
I'm curious, because Logan has better communication techniques than I do, or at least more specialized ones.
If you see a dead dude, I'll talk to him. I'll leave the living to you.
Okay, fair enough. Here's a dead dude, by the way. Oh, there's no interact options. All right. The September 11th memorial, it overlooks the spot where the Twin Towers once stood. And we've got the promenade ends here, bending south towards a commercial district. There's Logan, there's the cop, and I don't see too much else. Okay, so let's see if Logan will talk to the dead dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure what me or KK can do there.
Yeah, it really is a mystery what I could possibly be asking you to do. Since I don't think Mandana's sword is going to come in handy, at least not yet. Maybe later if we have to fit this person through, like, a very small space. But for the time being, we'll leave her sword sheathed and maybe go after the woman that we saw stalk away.
Vinny, come on. You and me, we go back.
You think I don't know that? But you keep bothering people. You keep bothering me.
She was your wife, you asshole.
It was a tragedy, Vicky. That's all it was.
You're serious?
Dead-ass serious. Now leave, Santina.
Well, screw you too, buddy.
Banned from a bar. Now that takes me back.
I do not think she was banned for the usual reasons.
Yeah, I get that impression. Something's very wrong here.
Yeah, among other things, that dude said, oh, it's just a tragedy. There's nothing quite like the warm glow of a bar window in the early evening. I wonder if we're getting that description because we're a bartender, and maybe if we'd been something else, it would be less positive. A rattling old air conditioner drifts moisture onto the damp street. How can you tell? It couldn't be wetter.
Bestower, are you well?
I'm fine. Just give me a second. The first thing they tell you is not to enter a gin joint, no matter what. But the AA handbook wasn't written with folks like us in mind, huh?
You can, I was about to say, he can stay out here. Like, maybe we'll have to come get him. Yeah, you can stay out here if you want.
No, that's not fair. Not to you, not to me. Look, never mind. I'm fine. Let's go in.
I really...
Hey, new faces, all right. Come on in, dry yourself off.
It's a nice place. Better than, what was it? Where did we start? Whatever that for Sammy's. Sammy's bar was a dive. Like, it was all like garbage and like broken stools and stuff. This place is nice. The drink of the month is Vinny's Vodka Martini. Sounds tempting. No, it does not. Don't say that to Logan. A horror film about a nightstick possessed by a serial killer. What does it do? Like, roll at them? Maybe it can possess the people that wield it. Not a bad collection, although your assortment at Sammy's was better. Yeah, that's definitely a bartender response. Okay, let's talk to Vinny.
Hey,
Let's open with a bartender chat. Nice wine collection. Is that a Silas Merlot 99?
you know your stuff. Most folks around here don't know their wines. I was saving it for my wedding anniversary, but it was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Maxine and blah blah blah, you stop spoiling. For anybody that doesn't see chat at some point in the future, a minute ago, blah 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 put in, it's a tragedy, that's all there is. And then Maxine said, just a senseless tragedy. They're reading ahead in the script. Is this your place?
My name's on the sign.
So you are Vinny.
You're a sharp one.
So I have been told.
Ha, I like you guys.
I would personally go with who were you talking to outside, but arguing, sure.
Oh, sorry you had to see that. Vicky and me, we go back. I help her out where I can, but there are limits.
Why does Vicky need help?
If you don't know, I probably shouldn't say. You guys are obviously not from the neighborhood.
Bartender's creed, I get it. But I'd like to help if I can.
Sorry, can't do it. Like you say, it's part of the job description. Vicky's an old friend, and a good cop once upon a time. I ain't betraying that. Even if she has become the neighborhood nut.
Neighborhood nut?
You've seen her around. You know what I'm talking about. She skeeves everyone out. The cops want nothing to do with her. Even her own family's ready to write her off.
Her own family won't talk to her.
I said enough. Sorry.
By the by, Vicky said something about your wife?
It was a tragedy. Yeah, it was a tragedy. That's all it was.
So, clearly something's going on. Like, we all get it, but what happened?
It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
That's all you have to say about your wife?
It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
One last time.
It was a
Okay.
I ain't going anywhere.
Well, a flyer for a psychic hotline, sure. A used matchbook with the name of the bar, and nothing else. Okay, so I feel here's what I'm thinking is going on. Vicky is the only one who's like,
That man, Vinny, did his emotions read a bit false to you?
His wife dies and it barely registers. Yeah, it seemed weird. Of course, my definition of weird changed a long time ago.
okay. Let's go after Vicky. It feels like Vicky's like, wait a second. Oh.
Oh, man.
Another lost spirit. Are you able to see it, Bestower?
It's a her. And, yeah.
Okay. A vile-smelling heap of oozing trash bags. That's a colorful description. Carolina, by the way, was saying exactly the accent that a guy named Vinny is supposed to have. So we do have an old and weathered keypad is embedded next to the door. We'll probably look at this, but obviously we don't know how to open it. And then a heavy metal door pitted with rust marks, which I think will just slide right open at our lightest touch. Let's look at the keypad first. We're not going to know how to open it, but maybe he will say something or get a clue. Yeah, no, nothing so far. Okay, I'm going to try this with my guy, then we'll have Logan talk. Hello?
Maybe Kate.
Okay.
Hey, can we talk to you for a sec?
Hello? Who goes there?
My name is Logan. This here's KK.
This isn't the place for a child. Is she yours?
Kinda. We're stuck together anyway.
Either way, you shouldn't be here. Leave as soon as you can.
And hello to Patikin and everybody raiding over with the Top Hat raid. Patikin, I hope you had a great time with Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a replay for you, but I suspect no less fun. Hopefully you're having a great time. We are into our third case in Unavowed, and Patikin, I love that you're here and that you raided over. The further that I play into this, the more I think that this might be a game that you would really enjoy. And we're deep enough in that I'm to the point where I'd be worried about, like, having any spoilers. And Patikin just subscribed. Patikin, thank you so much. Patikin confirms he's having a great time with his second playthrough. That's awesome. I want to do shout-outs, but I don't want to accidentally, like, exit out of the conversation or something. So we'll do some shout-outs just after this. Let's ask what her name is.
So you know my name. What's yours?
I'm a soldier. Just a soldier.
Ask about being a soldier.
No offense or anything, lady, but you don't look like a soldier to me.
That's what I am. The general said so.
Tell us more about the general.
General?
I fight for the general. I die for the general. It is who I am. It is what I do.
What's the deal with this alley?
Can you tell me anything about this place?
I am waiting for orders. That is all.
We'll try this one more time.
Come on. I'm trying to help you here. Can't you tell me your name?
I'm a soldier. That's who I am.
Okay. Rank and serial number, then. We tried this with the previous guy. We got the information that it never works, but there doesn't seem to be any immediate harm. Tell her she's dead.
So, I hate to tell you this, but you're kind of dead?
I am a soldier. It is my duty to die in battle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You already did.
I did nothing. I am merely awaiting orders.
Right. Whatever you say.
Okay.
I'm gonna take off, okay?
You don't need my permission.
Logan is very polite, like he says goodbye to people. So, I don't think that we have anything else to do in this alleyway right now. So, very quickly, let me... Wait, we'll go here. There we go. All right, just a few seconds of unfortunate silence. We're going to do a shout-out for Caroluna. Shout-out for Patikin. Shout-out for Sam Lander. And let me just take a quick look to see if we have any other streaming friends that are currently in chat so we can do some more shout-outs. Oh, Azaric. God, what am I saying? Azaric. Oh, Haseo's here, too. I'm often very happy to allow people to lurk, but in the event that we see people, hopefully nobody will object to a quick shout out for our streaming friends. And as far as I know, oh wait, does Zerder? I don't know if Zerder streams. I don't know if Zerder streams currently, but hopefully he will be back to it. Okay, so there's some shout outs. Wait. Okay, I wasn't sure how to not choose a menu option. So, let's go look. Wait, hold on. A heavy cinder block has been abandoned on the ground, but it doesn't look like a brick that we can pick up and fail at throwing through a window. We've only got the one exit out of the alley. Blah, blah, blah. And Caroluna is saying that Zerder does stream. That's awesome. hopefully we'll have a chance to catch that someday. So a door to the storage facility looks unlocked. I just want to see if, like... Okay, let's check this out, even though we don't have any reason to go into J&M storage right now. Maybe we'll find something that is interesting. This storage unit is completely empty. 102 is a tightly closed storage unit door, as is 201, or 101. An old box lies forgotten on the platform truck, and we have no reason to interact with it so far. It's a key card system. So yeah, like that's an example. We have no reason to be in here, except that now we know if we find a key card, we can come back to the storage unit. And then we could go to higher floors if we cared to, and we don't. Oh, hello to Debauchery. Debauchery, I hope you've had a nice Monday as well.
That's crap and you know it.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wouldn't want to embarrass you.
Jesus, V. It's not that. You can't be here. Everyone already looks at me funny. Can't you just stop?
People are dead. How many are gonna pile up before you do something?
It's a tragedy, Vicky. That's all this is.
Right. Sure. I'm going for a walk. See you around, Donnie.
Bye.
We're gonna make a complete loop around Staten Island before we catch her. This cop is barely out of his teens. He is entranced by his phone. Heavy oak door to the old police station. A shiny new sign for the 120th precinct of Staten Island. Bobby Blah was saying, I wonder how long that soldier's been dead. She might be from this, like, the Civil War. I hope she hasn't been standing in that alleyway for hundreds of years. Old-timey photos of cops and cop cars. This plant looks plastic. What, just because of the bright red color? A steaming mug of black coffee to ward off the cold of the rainy night. This officer is taking advantage of the quiet night to get some paperwork done.
Yes? What is it? Sorry. I thought you looked a bit familiar. But no, it was just a trick of the light.
Let's not be too cute about it. I just have one of those faces.
A useful skill to have, in my line of work. In any case, while I'd love to chat, I have a mountain of paperwork to get through. Unless there's something else I could help you with?
What do you do here?
Captain Joy Harrison, at your service. Filling out paperwork, a specialty.
I saw a woman named Vicky arguing with a cop outside.
Is she bothering my officers again? That woman just can't let things go.
What can you tell me about Vicky?
What's to tell? She used to be one of my finest detectives. Now she's not. I feel for her. I really do. But until she gets the help she needs to stay out of our way. Now, unless that's all...
That is shockingly forthcoming for a stranger that walked up to the front desk at the police precinct and said, hey, I saw a random woman. Oh, here, let me give you all of my grievances that I have about her term of employment here. What kind of help does Vicky need?
Mental help. The kind you need a PhD to prescribe medication for. She refuses to get it, and it's only making her condition worse. Heaven helps those who help themselves, as they say. It's out of my hands.
Vicky has the best defamation lawsuit against this woman in the whole world. So, about Vicky...
I do not gossip about my officers, even suspended ones. Please take your idle speculation elsewhere.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to get gossipy about it. Did anyone die in the alley behind Vinny's?
That was a tragedy, wasn't it? Poor Marlene. But it was just a tragedy. That's all it was.
Okay, we know her name now. Vinny's wife is named Marlene?
Yes, what of it? Now, unless you have something important to bother me with. Yes, well, if you'll excuse me, I have now paperwork to climb.
Oh man, she's an awful boss. I get that there's some sort of like spell or something, some sort of like enchantment that's forcing everybody to not consider. So we could go chase after Vicky, but let me just go back. I want to see if now we can talk to the ghost and address her by name.
No, I'm not asking Madonna that.
Pardon?
Nothing. KK just wants to know if you ever met a troll.
A troll? Of course not.
See, KK? No such thing.
On the contrary, trolls only gather in Eastern Europe. They rarely make their way here.
I see.
By the way, speaking of trolls, like, Cara Luna, have you ever seen the movie Troll Hunter? Which is like I think it's set in Norway? I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've saw it. It might be set in Sweden or Switzerland or someplace. But I thought it was Norway, and that is a very fun and cool movie. Cara Luna says no. I enjoyed that movie a lot. There's things that I liked about it less, but it has at least a couple moments that are very entertaining.
Hey, it's us again.
You really shouldn't be here. General's orders.
Marlene?
Marlene? Is that your name? Marlene?
I'm a soldier.
Even soldiers have names, and yours is Marlene.
My name is Marlene.
That's it.
I think maybe you're right. Wait. What am I doing out here?
Ask why she's here.
So why are you hanging around out here?
I was getting the basement ready. Vicky, she rented it. I needed to clean it up. I needed the master key.
Master key?
For the basement. I was picking it up when I was somewhere else.
Ask about somewhere else.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
The key. I was getting the key. It's hidden under that cinder block. I bent down to move it, then everything went dark. I was somewhere else. I was on the battlefield. The sky was red. I had a spear in my hand. They told me to fight.
Ask about they.
You mentioned a they. Who are they?
It's all so fuzzy. The man from the water. Only, he wasn't a man. He sent me to the forest. To the enemy. The ones with teeth and claws. They had to die. I had to kill them. So I did.
Jesus. Why'd you do that?
I don't know. It's coming clear. I was a soldier. I was following orders. I was attacked. From behind. I heard the snarling and the screams. Everything went dark again. What happened to me? Where was I?
I don't know.
They killed me, didn't they?
I'm sorry.
I feel like we've added a lot of distress to her existence, and that doesn't feel good.
Is there anything else you can remember?
No. It's all so hazy. I'm sorry.
Could you describe the man from the water?
No. I'm sorry. I wasn't quite myself.
Do what you need to do, Logan.
Marlene, can you take KK's hand? We're gonna get you to where you need to be.
Okay.
Okay. Marlene down. And I am now very curious how this would have progressed without having Logan on the team. Cara Luna says that Troll Hunter... So, blah 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 agrees. Troll Hunter is great. Totally backing up on that claim. Cara Luna is saying it's set in Norway, yes, and the protagonist is, in my humble opinion, one of Norway's funniest comedians. I didn't want to, be too specific, but my favorite parts of Troll Hunter are the ones that are very funny. And the thing is, it's a very dry sense of humor. It doesn't feel like it's a comedy, but there's a couple parts that are, to me, just very funny. The biggest issue with Troll Hunter is the name, because when you go to try to find information about it or like look it up, there's a number of other entertainment products that are also called Troll Hunter. Okay, alley key. And it is not a key card. This key unlocks the door in Vinny's alley. Okay, I really thought the thing would have done that, but keypad.
Jesus, the smell of this place.
Indeed. It is quite unpleasant.
For you, maybe. For me, the smell is all too familiar.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. KK, don't look at me that way. I'm fine. Let's just do what we need to do and get out of here.
Okay, Police Department 120th Precinct, so the place is right around the corner. Notice of termination. Dear Ms. Santina, so this is probably Vicky, but it might have been her sister Marlene, I guess. We are deeply saddened to inform you that your position at the Staten Island Police Department is suspended. Due to your violation of our officer code of conduct, we have no choice but to end your employment with us effective immediately. Please turn in your badge and associated IDs to Captain Harrison. We are aware of the extraordinary circumstances surrounding your situation and agree to revisit this decision pending psychological evaluation. We will move on. I'm just saying that, like, I don't feel like a police union would ever allow this sort of notice of termination to be served, but I've never been a cop, so I don't know. We will just move on. A red post-it note lying next to a clutch of empty ale bottles. Be sure of one thing, Santina. You are not insane. You are not the one who's crazy. The key is to look under the crazy. Don't forget. Okay, so I'm just saying, you are not crazy is over here. We need to look under or behind this. Look under the crazy. Rumpled bedclothes on a soggy air mattress. Oh, that's two scoops of bad. Oh, an air mattress, and also it's wet. Oh, God. A neatly laid out bulletin board describing a series of murders. So Debauchery had to restart for a Windows update, is now back. Did the Windows update now, and it has to update again. Isn't it fun when they layer themselves that way? So Guy Laputa, retired, where is he? Marlene DeMarco, found in the alley, missing 1 week, chewed to pieces, with chewed is underlined. Johnny Vitarella, found on dock, missing for 4 days, heart torn out. Me, with many question marks. Pam Prawl, found in a bathroom, missing 6 days, throat crushed. Russ Stefani, found on street, missing 1 week, head bashed in. So not a consistent MO in terms of how they're killed. Except it seems to imply some amount of power. You are not crazy, just a red brick, a tough old brick, an old brick, a pitted brick. Pitted brick. So I think that we want Mondana to go for a pitted brick. Okay? No? Ah, there we go. A small blue key card. We're making such rapid progress, I'm a little bit worried that I'm sequence breaking, but really I'm just paying attention. A small blue key card, label on it reads J&M Storage Room 102. Look under the crazy. All right, anything else? Not so far. Oh, a dull but solid butter knife. It has a coat of white dust on it. So that white dust, that's an important detail here. Let's get our fingerprints right on it, though. Butter knife. Oh, you know what? If we didn't have Mondana with us, then we could have used the butter knife on the brick. I bet that's why the butter knife is here. Because it's the tool that whoever was here, probably Vicky, was using to scoop out the brick. White dust, yup. Yeah, the white dust would have been the mortar from between the bricks. Debauchery is back.
Bestower, are you well?
Sure. It's just that room. I came close to living like that once upon a time. There, but by the grace of God and all.
Don't move, any of you. Okay, now turn around, nice and slow. Holy shit. It's you, the one who shot up that bar in the Bronx. Give me one reason why I shouldn't put a bullet in your head right now.
Okay, so she's void touched because she recognized me immediately. So, if I say, wait, you recognize me, like, I get it, she doesn't, and she must say, yeah, asshole, and then shoot me. And yet that's the most sensible response here. You can't shoot me, there's a police station around the corner. I guess we'll try to appeal to her sense of reason.
You kidding? After what you put the cops of this city through, they'll pin a fucking medal to my chest. I've been watching you. You've been sniffing around, asking about me. And what the hell did you do to Marlene?
Marlene? You mean the ghost?
No, the Tooth Fairy. Yes, the fucking ghost.
Marlene's fine. Please, watch your language for another kid.
What fucking kid? I'm talking about Marlene. Marlene DeMarco. Missing for a week, then found dead in this alley, arms and legs chewed to pieces. There's been no investigation. Nobody even wants to talk about it. Not the cops, not her husband, nobody. Nobody except you. So tell me, what is going on?
Okay, why don't you tell me if she's keyed up, she's anxious, and she has a weapon. That seems like a bad idea. You're void touch, Vicky, you're like us. Now, she can see things that nobody else can, and she knows that something is deeply wrong. Under most other circumstances, that would be just a super weird thing to say to somebody, to the point where they'd probably immediately write you off as being disturbed. But even though that's probably not that bad, I'm going to go with we're trying to find out, maybe we can help each other. It's true, it's an offer of help. It would at least pique her interest.
Didn't you hear? I can't help people anymore. Had to give that up along with my badge. Last year, I was in the hospital. This guy named Marino went crazy, started shooting everyone. I took him out, but I took one in the shoulder. Spent a month in recovery. Things were fine, but when I got out, everything was weird.
Weird?
Yeah, weird. Shut up and listen. 12 years I've been a cop. You think that means something? No, I'm out on my ass. Everyone thought I was crazy. Me, bodies piling up all over town, and I'm the crazy one. Nobody cared. Not the cops I used to serve, not even the victims' families. It was like they didn't even notice. I thought I was the only one. But you guys notice, don't you?
That's why we're here. We want to help. Also, blah 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 was offering an alternate idea that whoever was using that knife was just snorting cocaine off of it. Didn't get it all. Yikes. Debauchery saying Angel is a good noodle. He wouldn't know about that. Blah blah blah. Well, I think it's a very funny idea. Like, it's just totally unrelated to the brick and mortar. Maybe we can figure this out. I don't like introducing void touch. Like, she knows something's wrong, but like, even if you sense like something's wrong, maybe having somebody walk up and says, have you considered Dianetics? Like, that's not gonna be the helpful way to go. So maybe we can figure this out.
You think I'm gonna tell you anything? No. Here's what's gonna happen. We're all gonna march down to the police station. Then you're gonna tell the captain everything. Tell her what you can see. Convince him I'm not crazy. Get them to give me my badge back.
You're not crazy. That's what we're here to tell you.
Fine. Convince them that. You and the rest of your murder cult.
The term murder cult is a blatant falsehood. This man was possessed. He was guilty of no crime.
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I am Mandana.
Look, Madonna, I could care less what you guys are. We're going to the station.
No, we are not.
Stay right there. For real?
Please lower your weapon. We wish no harm upon you.
This has got to be a joke. Drop that thing before you hurt yourself.
I am a servant of the Unavowed. We are the wall against the oncoming darkness.
Final warning. Lower your weapon now.
We have vital duties to perform. You are in our way.
You asked for it. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
We need not be enemies. Please, join us. Help us. Perhaps we can help you in return.
I want to be normal. I don't want this. You want to help? Stay the hell out of my way. And stay the hell away from me.
Her eyes and mind are closed. She could be a valuable asset if she would but open them.
Okay, I thought that she was just gonna like turn to smoke, or the bullets would pass through her as though she were smoke. And I was thinking to myself, well, I'm not smoke. Like, hey, we got two people here who are in fact vulnerable to bullets. I want to ask you about deflecting bullets with your sword, though.
Yes.
Do you know anything about this area, Mundana?
This was all farmland once upon a time. At least, that is the way I remember it. Over 150 small farms, and one palatial estate belonging to him.
Him?
Captain Philip. Just thinking about him makes my blood boil. Have you heard the myth surrounding that man? It is a total falsehood.
Tell me about the myth.
Hundreds of years ago, the ownership of this island was in dispute between New York and New Jersey. So, the Duke of York made a challenge. If the island could be circumnavigated by a vessel in 24 hours, it would be given to New York. The story goes that Captain Christopher Billop performed this feat, and thus Staten Island belongs to New York to this day.
But that didn't really happen.
The city was under attack by the Bish Khan. My mother commandeered Billop's vessel. She chased it around the whole island before killing it. Billop was drunk in his cabin the entire time, and yet he was awarded a 1,600-acre estate. Still, one must not dwell, as tempting as it may be.
Okay, the most obvious thing in the whole world. Your mother was a ship captain?
Of a sort. I believe the correct term is pirate captain. But I do not wish to dwell on the past. Not at the moment. Ask me later, when we are finished here.
Fair enough. I don't want to ask what we should do because we have other things to look at. We've got the key card, for example.
Agreed.
All right, since we talked to her, let's talk to Logan.
What can we do for you?
Do you know anything about this area?
Not really. I'd ride the ferry a lot, back in the old days. I'd go back and forth all day, but never got off. Guess it was bound to happen sooner or later.
You used to ride the ferry for fun?
Well, fun is relative. They sell alcohol in that thing, don't they? I'd get a beer, grab a seat, and watch the Statue of Liberty for half an hour. Then I'd do it again. Let the whole day slip by, going back and forth. What? Did you really think I did all my drinking at Sammy's? Anyway, when I got sober, I stopped doing it. Now go to meetings instead.
How's KK holding up?
She's fine. She keeps sneaking up behind you guys and sticking her tongue out. It's kind of adorable. What? It is.
Okay.
Right.
So let's go use the key card. Also, I like the fact that we're like 500 yards outside a police station. A gun just went off twice and it drew absolutely no result. No response. It's just a tragedy. Oh, key card. An unruly heap of papers and boxes lies within Vicky's storage unit.
You guys must think I'm stupid, don't you? Breaking into my apartment, going through my stuff. I might not have a badge anymore, but I know a Class B felony when I see one.
Well, at the moment, I think we're stupid. It didn't occur to me that we were all going to go into the storage unit. Vicky, is that you?
Don't sound so surprised. What did you think was gonna happen? Now sit tight, the cops will be here any minute.
We still want to help you, Vicky. Don't do this.
You can help me by being good citizens and surrendering peacefully. Then tell them everything you know.
This will not end well. Trust us.
Bullshit. There are laws. There are rules. You guys are spitting on them. Donnie! You got my call, thank Christ.
Hello, Vicky.
Christmas came early, baby brother. I got 3 perps in there. Gift wrapped just for you. They're armed, so you should call for backup. Just make sure you get credit for the caller. Donnie? You gonna move your ass or what? Donnie? Donnie, what the holy fuck?
You were killed here. Unknown shooter. It was a tragedy. That's all it was.
Donnie, no.
A tragedy. Just a tragedy.
Donnie, this isn't you. Snap out of it.
Just a...
Shit. I don't want to do this, Donnie.
Okay, I'm open to ideas. A large ventilation duct. It's sealed tight. Mandana, use your sword on it.
This vent is quite stuck in. This may take some time.
Okay, can you be smoke then? Can I help?
That would only break the knife.
Okay. Maintenance panel is embedded in the wall, held in place by a few screws. Oh, maybe we can use the butter knife on the screws. Okay, the panel has been opened, revealing its inner workings. Sprinkler, door open, door close. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay.
Seriously?
Look, man, I don't know what to do. So we don't have access to any controls in here, nor do I have my inventory. We could maybe turn on the sprinkler? I don't know. The thing is, we need somebody on the outside to push a button, as far as I know. Like, we don't have access to any controls in here. The heavy door panel covering the exit to the storage facility. Countless notes, files, documents fill the room. There's no time to shift through it all.
The files can wait. Our priority is escaping this room.
Yeah, I know it, but, like, you won't put more effort on that. Sprinklers. Wait, I get it. So, if we trigger the sprinklers, then we can make the door go open. I know how to do this. Hold on. Do that. Okay, so now what we need to do is trigger the sprinklers. We don't have if only we had a fire mage. Several sprinkler valves. Yeah,
Those two are gonna kill each other, and I don't want to deal with any more ghosts today.
Maxine has an idea. Yeah, hold on. Clearly excited to be on his first mission, you can relate. Yeah, it's a super exciting time. We don't have any way... No smoking. Sprinkler system in effect. Yeah, no, that's the problem. We don't... Mandana.
I am...
Okay, I've got a key card and a butter knife. What I don't have is flint and some kindling. Logan, can you set off the sprinklers? Can you help her? Oops. Sealed tight. Logan.
I don't think I can get it open with my bare hands. There's nothing to grab.
Okay. He doesn't want to do anything with the sprinklers.
Yeah, I'm not sure what me...
So there's got to be some other way out of this room. Maybe if we plug this into the sprinkler system? I don't know. I feel like now if we can set off the alarm, based on how we wired it, the door opens up. There's nothing else to click on over here. We can't click on this. We can't access the butter knife. And the fact that we've got like a red wire going in doesn't seem super relevant.
Seriously?
Okay, look, Logan, we can try to pry it open. Yeah. Try this.
Was there...
Nope. No smoking. So if we had Eli with us, we would set fire to the papers. That would set off the fire alarm and, like, let us out. We don't have that, so there must be another way to do this. Yeah, Maxine was saying that was her idea. No smoking, sprinkler system, the panel's been opened. I feel like we had so many good ideas at first, and now it's like...
files can wait.
Those two are gonna kill you.
And we can't do anything here. Okay, there's something else, something that I'm not thinking of yet. Can we use the butter knife on this?
What are you trying to do?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to do anything. Anything. Notes, files. So the only thing in here are files and this panel. So we tried wiring, like I thought that maybe since the door is closed, we could rewire the door open and then that would reverse it. That doesn't seem accurate. If we wire the alarm to door open, that should mean that it would open up if we can set off the alarm, but I don't feel like I have a way to do that. This was originally the door open button. We've wired it to door close. Maybe we don't want to do that. And then this is just door closed. Guess we might as well put that back in, right? How do you set off the alarm? Several sprinkler valves. We don't... Here's what we don't have. We don't have a lighter. We don't have a match. We don't have a fire mage. We don't have time. How else would you light a fire? If you, like, in a video game, you might rub 2 sticks together. That's not likely right now. It's hard not to feel like we got in here ahead of when we were supposed to. You sure must be glad he comments on every option without doing anything himself. Yeah, I'd be all ears, Logan, if you had some ideas. Heavy door panel covering the exit to the storage facility. We can't pull it open. I guess we can ask him to do it. I don't know why he would.
I don't think I'd be able.
Yeah, and he won't help with this, or he can't help with that. He does walk over to it.
I don't think I can get it open.
Yeah, he just immediately gives up and goes back to where he was standing. Okay, there's no keycard reader in here. It's the whole reason that she locked us in. Okay, I think I'm gonna open it up to chat with, like, Giggleberry is saying switch alarm and open to close. So we have alarm and then open to close. All right, I'm open to suggestions, so let's try it. And then I don't know that we need to, like, have sprinkler plugged into anything, so maybe we should just leave that up. So open is now on close. The alarm is set to door open. Door closed, door open. This unit is for the sprinkler system.
Seriously?
Yeah, so the trouble, as far as I know, and maybe I'm wrong, this is for, like, when you, like, do something that would make the door open, now the door would close. If you set off the alarm, the door opens. And if you press the door close button, I mean, we could set that to be sprinkler, but that doesn't help as far as I know. We don't have any options to throw something at the sprinklers. And hello to Haseo. Haseo, we did a shout out for you a little bit ago. I hope you're having a great day. Gilby Baby is saying alarm to close. Okay, that seems like the opposite of what we'd want, but I'm out of ideas. All right, so open is open, alarm is to close, and close is to sprinkler right now. Yeah, like, I would prefer to hear first from people who, like, haven't looked at guides. I am open to suggestions. Then if we can't think of something, then we will look it up, because I am stumped. Blah, blah, blah is saying this room is a tragedy. So it does feel like it's gotta be this, right? Let me just quickly set it back to how it was. So this is where we started. That was there. That was there. This was there. So if the alarm goes off, that triggers the sprinklers. And there's like detectors in the sprinklers, which is a little bit different from the alarm. Then we got, here's the door open button, and then this is the door close button. So you would think that if there was a signal happening, that you would want to reverse these two, but that doesn't do anything because nobody is pushing a button or swiping a key card right now. Then you would get to, like, if the alarm goes off, the door opens. Like, that would be the next thing to do. But there's no way to make the alarm go off that I know of. Several sprinkler valves. Yeah, hit it with your knife. No. Hit it with a key card. No. Miranda's saying, what are you trying to do? Okay, so Miranda. Hide of Miranda. Maxine is asking, can you smash the sprinklers? Not that I can find. Oh, wait. Maybe that's what... We haven't tried to have Mandana do anything to it. Hold on. Although, the answer is no.
I am not nearly strong enough to lift up...
Okay, can you hack at this with your sword?
I fail to see how I...
Can you cut up all the files?
I fail to see...
So, Miranda, we are currently locked in this storage unit. We have a simple key card emblazoned with the words J&M Storage 102. That is the identifier of the storage room that we are inside. We've got a dull butter knife. It's covered by a thin layer of dust, which we believe to be brick mortar from the room in which we found it. And then we've got a spirit medium and Mandana, who has a sword, and she's trying to open this up. How? I mean, like, KK, can you do something? I don't seem to have a KK button. When we click on this, he just walks over to it and then says, I can't open that with my bare hands. If we try to use the knife on him, like, can you use this tool? He doesn't want to do that. Bobby Blah is saying, how would the sprinklers... Well, so... on a sprinkler like this, yeah, if you expose it to fire, it'll go off. But because of the way that they're pressurized, at least in some of the buildings that I've worked on, if they get struck, they will also trigger. And that will also trigger the alarm because it's sort of a pressure-based thing. There must be a thing with the vent since it's being used. Blah, blah, blah is saying with Eli, I believe we could use the alarm as a door opener. In this case, does KK have any ideas? Can we talk to KK at all?
Those two are going to kill each other.
No, I don't think so. Yes, Miranda, we are trying to get out of this room. There's a gun battle happening on the outside, and we would like to leave this room. Try him on the door. Sure.
I don't think I'd be able to lift that.
All right, so he doesn't want to do that. Let's try him on the control panel.
Yeah, I'm not sure what me...
And we've tried... This is the only thing that he... Let's try him on the files.
Yeah, I'm not sure what...
Okay, and then... I mean, I guess... It doesn't seem to register the ceiling as being a thing. Like, can you give me a boost? I'll hit this with my knife and turn it on. I know that we've seen this several times, but he goes over.
I don't think I can get it open with my bare hands. There's nothing to grab.
And... yeah, there's not really enough time to do anything. And then we've got this wire here. Maxine is saying how to trigger the alarm. Miranda's saying the obvious idea is to connect the door open to the alarm and then trigger the alarm, but I'm sure you thought of that. Yeah, that's actually what we have going on here, or at least I think it is. And there's, like, what we're having trouble with is how do you trigger the alarm? If we had access to our fire friend, I think that we could light a fire and that would set it off. Aside from that, it doesn't seem to offer any opportunities to, like, I mean, like I'm trying to think outside the box. Is there some other way to trigger a fire alarm that we haven't discussed? Not that I know of. And using the knife on the vent is no good. Let me double check, because I'm open to... Mundana chastised us to say that's just a way to break the knife.
That would only break the knife.
Yeah. And I can't use the knife on the files.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I do not see how that would be.
Okay. We seem to have broken Mundana.
Now is not the time for chatter.
Okay. Why did she stop doing that? Okay, so this feels a little bit like a bug, but...
I failed to... I am not nearly... I failed...
Use Mundana on Logan. Use Logan on Mundana. No. So, use Mundana on Vent again. And she goes back and...
This vent is quite stuck in.
Starts doing that again.
May take some time.
Maybe I should have talked to her when she wasn't... did I try talking to her? No, she said this is not the time for idle chatter.
I do...
Okay, she gave up.
Now is not the time for chatter.
Right. Okay. I'm out of ideas. If somebody would like to look it up, our next goal would be to do a yes-no question. A series of yes-no questions. So with that, like, if somebody wants to, like, check it out. So we're playing Unavowed, and what I would probably want to look up is some variation of J&M Storage Unit 102. And what I will ask, like, this would be my first yes-no question. The first yes-no question is... Oh, and by the way, we have Mundana and Logan. So we don't have Eli. I feel like if we had Eli, then we'd have a different set of options. My first yes-no question will probably be, in this scenario... Is there something I need to do with this wiring set? Because it feels at this instant like the wiring is only useful to you if you have Eli. So my first yes-no question would be that. This is just basically a completely random wiring job. Yeah, the trouble is we have no way to, and like we can't yell outside to what's-her-face, Vicky, to say like, hey, hit the door close button again. So blah 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 is saying it's a bug. Now, like blah blah blah, is that correct? Like you looked it up, is this a bug? But then also says you should try over and over. You should try over and over Mundana and then Eli help.
Now is not...
Okay, hold on.
This vent is...
What?
Nicely done, Bestower.
Right back at you. Genie?
Mundana will suffice.
Okay. So, thank you to blah blah blah, who appears to have looked it up and realized that this was a bug. Thank you. That's not a spoiler because we did the right thing. Let's move on. That was very annoying. Thank you to blah blah blah.
That is a sheer vertical climb. Perhaps I should be the one to attempt it.
Okay, sure.
You can stop shooting, Detective Santina. The officer has been subdued.
That officer is my baby brother. Is he all right?
He will recover. Please let my friends out of the storage unit.
Oh, right. So, guess you can come out now. Shit. What a mess.
Sorry, as the scene was playing, Maxine said, do we need to fix the wiring? It would have been the funniest thing in the whole world if she went to open the door and the sprinklers went off instead, and we came out completely soaked and it ruined all the files. Maxine, I suspect the answer is no, we don't have to do that, but that would have been very funny. Blah 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 says, looks like a flag was set incorrectly for the first go-around. Mundana giving up probably set it to its intended state. Thank you to everyone. So progression blocking bugs or like hurdles, those can be annoying. I'm much more irritated by bugs that like reset progress, you lose progress. If that's the only bug we have in the whole game, I'm still having a very good time with it. But it is nice to know in balance that like we were stuck because the correct answer actually was not working. So and Zerda said, I am not blah blah blah. Why does everybody have trouble with my name and somebody else's? Zerda, you're not even the same color like in chat, just so you know. Blah 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 on my screen is like a darker sort of like a violet, I'd say, and you're sort of a lighter pink. So I don't know why I said the wrong person, but Zerda, thank you for that as well. Okay, so we're on your side, Vicky. On with the game. Can you see that now?
Yeah, I guess I can. I'm sorry. You saved my life. Thank you. It's been a long year, but that doesn't excuse anything. I was a grade A jerk.
You had your own problems. How you deal with them is on you.
How I should deal with them is as a cop. It's time I do that. Were you really possessed when you killed all those people?
It wasn't me, it was someone else.
It wasn't it?
Something else.
This is all crazy, but I believe you.
So you will help us?
Someone brainwashed my brother to kill me. You don't mess with two Santinas and get away with it.
Vic?
Donnie.
It was Harrison.
Harrison? Captain Harrison? She told you to kill me?
How? Why?
It's okay, Donnie, but you're sure? Joy Harrison. That Captain Harrison?
She said meet her on her boat when it was done. Said it was a tragedy. Just a tragedy.
Harrison, huh? Stay safe, Donnie. Your sister has business to take care of. You guys coming with me or what?
Someone should stay here with Donnie.
You guys go ahead. KK and I will watch the kid.
Who the hell is KK? Never mind. Let's go.
Yeah, maybe roll him on his
She's
side.
getting away. Move it! Stop the boat, Harrison.
That's Captain Harrison. You Santinas. Never any respect.
Fuck respect. Stop the boat.
And the language. You get that from your father, although your mother isn't much better.
Stop the fucking boat.
Whatever you say. Just lower that gun. There.
I start talking because I want to hear what she has to say without any prompt. When we talk about brainwashings and murders, she knows some of what we know. It's mostly obvious stuff, but please proceed, Governor.
Oh, it's you. You're the shooter from that bar in the Bronx, aren't you? You've eluded us for months. I should be impressed. I can't exactly judge you. Not after everything that I've done.
What exactly have you done?
Nothing that matters much longer. He is coming.
Who is coming?
The General. I met him out here, on the water. He gave me this power to manipulate minds. I used it to further my career. Convinced old Laputa to take early retirement. I should have known there'd be a price.
Why would I think he's a giant sea creature? That's we are out on the water, but let's go with price.
A price to the General. He needs soldiers. His people can't fight on land, you see. He needs us for that. That was the deal. He gave me this power. I would send him people. For his army.
People?
Yes. He would send them back, eventually. In pieces, usually.
Pieces?
Then I would use my new power to cover it up.
You sacrifice people, then brainwash the police to ignore it.
Not just the police. Friends. Family. Anyone who would question the status quo. He gave me no choice. He would have killed me otherwise. But it could have been worse. The general wanted hundreds. I only gave him a dozen.
Yeah, you're a freaking hero. You made me think I was crazy. You made everyone think I was crazy. So tell me, you gaslighting bitch, why single me out?
I don't know. I didn't want to, believe me. But I can't touch your mind. The general's power. You're immune.
I'm what?
She is void-touched, as we are. Your power will not work on us.
I knew that as soon as he walked into my station. I knew then I'd have to take action.
You sent my brother to kill me.
I thought you'd leave, Vicky. That you'd just move away in shame after everyone shunned you. But no. You just dug in deeper. Instead of moving away, you moved down the block. Typical Santina. Like a dog with a bone. You just won't let go!
What the fuck?
Silence! Summoner, you have returned at last. Do you intend to fulfill your promise to me?
Okay, I've seen this episode. This is like 2 twigs and a flashlight, and when we pull off his mask, it's going to prove to be Old Man Smithers. What promise?
You have forgotten. How very human. You instructed me to bond with a human, one with ambition, and they would bring me an army. I have done so, and yet I still wait for an army worthy of the name. So I ask again, where is my army, Summoner? My people continue to get slaughtered by the hour.
Shoot it. Okay. This is like shooting an elephant with your little pistol. It's not going to do anything. Whatever deal you made, it wasn't with me.
Lies. Why you lie? You are the one who summoned me here. You are the one who promised me an army. But you just toy with me. Why?
That is a very good question. Like, what? That's one thing that's been going on about, like Demon Me. What was even the point? I think we're now 3 for 3 of, like, Demon Me just, like, acting like a jerk to people and doing what you feel like would amount in, like, demon talk to, like, very low-level petty crimes. That's a very good question.
You don't know? You play with the lives of my people, and you don't know?
Right. Enough of this.
There is only one outcome here, Summoner. Your death. The blood of my people demands it.
Just drive away. Okay. The general is huge, fast, and covered in a layer of slime, not to mention angry. I wonder if the slime is flammable, because we can't do anything about that. Staten Island flag. Mundana stares at the general without blinking. Vicky is calm, almost stoic. Whatever happens next, she's ready for it. And Harrison's gaze remains fixed on the water. She avoids looking at anyone on the eye. I guess we'll just do loops around the Statue of Liberty for a while. So...
It has been a long time since I fought a battle at sea. I quite relish the prospect.
Yeah, and longer still. You're not really fighting a battle just yet. So, let's focus on how do we kill this thing, or also should we kill this thing? It feels like he got duped.
It is of flesh and blood. My sword will pierce its belly, like anything else. I spent my early childhood on a ship. Not one like this, but... No. Now is not the time to wax nostalgic. We must send that creature home. Or kill it. One or the other.
I'd rather send it home. He really didn't do anything wrong.
I should be freaking out. I should be pissing myself. What the hell is wrong with me?
It means one of us. Well, also, what are you feeling?
I'm excited, curious. I also want to punch that thing in the teeth. Maybe I belong with you people after all.
All right, let's see if we can talk to the general.
You are merely delaying the inevitable.
I guess we can use Mundana. I really don't want to. It feels like she's gonna...
Is what the general said true?
Use her sword.
You summoned him here.
I was possessed at the time. I don't want to confuse the issue.
Nevertheless, the fact remains. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here right now. You're just lucky the General chose me. Anyone else would have seen hundreds dead by now.
Oh boy, let's start bronzing her right now. Okay, we can lower the flag for some reason. Oh, okay. Well, so I feel like now Mundana could walk over there and slice him up, but I really don't want to do that.
Your kind will toil.
Oh, wait, what if we stop suddenly and he impales himself? I don't think that we have a lot of other options is the trouble. Full stop.
What the hell are you doing?
Okay, I guess it wasn't exactly like slamming on the brakes. It is a boat after all, not a Millennium Falcon. Okay, Mundana, do your thing.
I cannot strike the creature from this range.
Right, no, we set that up for you.
Is she crazy?
Tin Child, I have no quarrel with you.
Nevertheless, you have one. The creature is still out of range.
Oh, okay.
Was this your plan? I should have known. To bait me into battle. To fight me. To kill me.
We never wanted to fight you.
Yes, I can see that. This world, I do not understand it.
Then understand this. You will either leave this world or perish.
You give me the choice. You show me mercy.
We are aware of your desperation, and that you were taken advantage of. We are not without sympathy.
I see. Very well. I accept your terms. I will leave and never return.
Can we, like, seriously, I really want to, like, say, like, look, it's not a trick. That wasn't me. If you could tell us anything else about Demon Me, that might be helpful. Because I promise that we didn't want to do this to you. What about Harrison's brainwashing abilities? Because we probably don't want her to keep those.
Yeah, good question.
Joy Harrison and I are bonded. She will share my power as long as
Speak up. Can't hear you.
I am alive.
Right.
I don't... No. Okay, here's the trouble. We're not killing this guy because Joy Harrison is going to abuse her power. This dude, if we kill anybody, then we kill Joy Harrison. Like, this guy doesn't have to die because she's gonna be awful. What guarantee... I feel like he's learned his lesson, but what guarantee do we have that you won't come back?
Indeed. The bond between you and Harrison is still in effect. That bond enables you to traverse between our worlds, true?
She is my anchor in this world, yes. And I have accepted your terms. I will honor them.
You speak the truth, but your people are desperate. You are desperate. We require an act of good faith. Break the bond, then go in peace.
I cannot. It is permanent. It remains in place until either I die, or she does.
So this is a good question. What if you took Harrison back with you? Like, she's a big fan of fighting battles, so...
Then her anchor will be in my world. I will be unable to return here.
And we'll be free of her brainwashing ass.
An elegant solution. Almost poetic.
What? You must be joking. I'm the innocent one here.
Innocent. You accepted my offer. Quite eagerly, I might add.
The only innocents were the ones who suffered.
So, tell me what you wish. Joy Harrison would make a fine soldier.
Oh, this feels like a feel-good ending. A less feel-good ending is that Maxine has to go. She says goodnight, everyone. Maxine, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great evening. Thank you for hanging out and the troubleshooting. And also, hello to Fox McCloud. I have seen your messages, but as you can see, there's been like a whole sequence happening here. Blah 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 is asking, why is there no option to kill the captain? Well, I feel like we found one better. Yeah, so as we do this, you guys probably heard it. He got tricked. The general got tricked. He got summoned here by Demon Me. He's like, who are you? What even is this? And the demon said, I can give you humans to fight your battle if you, in exchange, give this apparently random woman some brainwashing abilities. So he did that. He upheld his end of the bargain. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't come here with malice or like, at last I'll be able to like murder humans wantonly. He's trying to fight some battle that's apparently very important to her. Now, her on the other hand, oh, fuck her. Like, we're done with her. Take Harrison back with you.
What? No!
Move it. Whatever happens over there couldn't happen to anyone nicer.
The bargain's been struck. I will have one new soldier for my efforts this night.
Damn you all! Screw you, General! And screw your war. I hope your people die. I hope they choke!
Jesus.
The bond is broken. When I return home, I will have no path back here.
Then leave in peace, General.
Peace?
Yes, my people need me. With or without an army. Goodbye. I pray we will not meet again.
And the secret ingredient? Paprika.
I'll have to remember that the next time I get knocked out.
Seriously, paprika. Lots of it. Better than aspirin.
There she is. Vicky! Vicky, is it true? Did Harrison order me to kill you?
You don't remember?
I'm not sure. Last thing I remember, I was talking to Harrison, then I'm waking up in the storage room with a splitting headache. I got up and found this guy. He told me to wait here for you. What happened? Where's the captain?
She's gone. She's not coming back.
I don't know why, but I think that's a good thing.
You have no idea.
Right. The less I know, the better. But I do know one thing. I'm sorry for everything.
So, you guys have a wizard clubhouse or something?
We have a headquarters, yes.
How do we get there? Magic carpet?
No, the ferry, and then the subway.
Yeesh. Well, let's jet. The 10:05 ferry's leaving any minute.
Boy, I'm gonna go forward feeling like... Hold on, let's do a save. Dun dun dun. Case resolved. I'm gonna go forward feeling like I kind of skipped part of that because, for example, at one point Vicky says, "Oh, you're breaking into my apartment and stuff." We never did that. Like maybe in the fiction somebody else broke into her apartment and she just thinks it was us, which is fair. But there was also, like, I think probably a section of the map that we never even got to go to, and I was not speedrunning that. We sort of like accidentally, like, we talked to the we found the name of the lady, Marlene. Then we talked to the ghost. The ghost led us to the key. The key led us to the like squalor house or whatever. Then we found the brick. Like, we solved that immediately on the spot. That led us back to the storage unit, and it was just like bing bang boom boom boom. Blah blah blah, I think, was saying I would love to see how Eli would handle the situation. Yeah, that's a cool thing about this game. There's like some replay value depending on who you bring with you. Also, like, there were specific conversations between Mundana and Mundana and Logan. There would probably be different conversations between Eli and Logan, and probably between Mundana and Eli, right? Because they're going to have some additional conversations depending on if they're together. So there's a cool amount of replay value to this. Like the conversations are flavor text, but yeah, if we had Mundana and Eli, at least that puzzle probably would have gone differently. And if we didn't have Logan with us at all, like, we wouldn't have been able to talk to the ghost. I just think it's pretty cool that this is designed around like whether or not you have different characters. The only not cool thing was the bug, and again, thank you to Blobby Blah for clarifying that that's a bug. Give it another try. We did it. We got past it. Not a big deal. If anything, the best bugs are the ones that you sort of like can realize are a bug and get around, and as long as that's like the only time it happens, it's not a big deal. A much worse bug would be reload your last save and do the whole case again or something like that. That would have been very frustrating. So yeah, on the whole, I'm good with it. It's a smaller game from like a more indie studio, so a little bit of quirks are forgivable. Now, Giggle Baby is saying, I felt that was coming, probably referring to Captain What's-Her-Face shooting herself in the head. I honestly did not. Like, I absolutely did not think that was coming. I thought that he was going to grab her and, you know, yank her down to hell screaming or something like that. And I was all prepared to say, yeah, good. Like, maybe I don't have all the details, like maybe more details are available depending on like taking a different path, but as far as I know, that lady wanted power. She wanted to be the person in charge, so she cut a deal to get herself brainwashing powers so that she could be in charge, and the only thing she had to do was get some people killed so that they would go be like soldiers in the war, and by the way, destroy Vicky's life. Not just take her career, but everybody thought she was crazy, and maybe it's just because this is sort of on my mind due to this particular season of Big Brother US, but like, imagine having everyone around you say, like, what are you talking about, Vicky? All of those dead bodies? What do you even mean? Like, what's wrong with you? And, like, she would start to question her own sanity. Someone with less self-confidence and self-assuredness might have moved away, or worse, done something more drastic on the belief that there was something, like I'm crazy. Everyone else can't be wrong. I'm the crazy one, and that's not true. So I have no sympathy for blonde captain lady. I think that I would have preferred if she did go with him and then wound up fighting in that war. We found her body in 3 weeks chewed up and like throat smashed and all the rest of that stuff. Not because I'm vindictive, but because if that's good enough for her victims, it should be good enough for her, I think. But anyway, that's just my thought on it. I would have preferred that if she had to go and face the fate that she was consigning others to. Also, Fox is saying the cap is right there, floating face down. Yeah, probably in the bay. I was going to ask the general if he wanted a snack to bring with him on the way home. Like, there's one floating in the water for you. But that might have been insensitive because, for all I know, his people probably don't eat humans. If they did, like, he probably wouldn't be using them at war. Like, we don't use cows to go to war for us, right? Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode of The Unavowed. We've been sticking to one case per episode, and it just has a really cool flow with that. So, again, on our way out, almost more than anything, I hope that everybody had a great weekend and a great Monday, and thank you again very much for the assistance with the, with that little bug. Again, if that's the worst that we get, then at the end of the story, we will talk about, we'll just mention it maybe in passing. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. So Fox McCloud is asking, when's the next episode? I'm not sure. Let's talk about when it's not. It won't be tomorrow because I won't have time to stream something longer like this. Not really longer, but I wouldn't have time to stream something like this before the Team Night Tuesday that we do with Mia. And it probably won't be on... Yeah, we wouldn't have time to do it on Wednesday either. So the earliest will be Thursday. I'll tell you that. Patikin was lurking, but says thanks for the stream. Just half listening. Patikin, then we will say no more about the plot. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I'm glad that we got to do some shout-outs. Let's go ahead and find somebody fun to raid, and until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.